2, 1, go! Jesus! Where the hell is that car going? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel.
How's everyone going?
I'm fantastic, thanks for asking. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. And you guys?
Awesome.
Quiet.
Great.
Silent treatment, thanks.
Today we're in something a little bit different.
Some German luxury, a Bmw.
EDM with some leather seats and some back seats in the back.
And a nice window shaded net so your kids don't flip off the guys you're handing out dundas to in the sleeper.
Nah, actually, don't do that. Bye!
One of the two.
So we're in a BMW today, and it's got all the creature comforts.
Yes, it feels different. It's something we won't feel like old men driving long distance in. And that's
you won't feel like a long man when you get out the car, but whilst driving there, you might feel like an old man.
Oh, for sure. That actually, yeah.
It is a bit of an old man's car.
It's got its ups and downs in that department, yeah.
And I would call it a sleeper at the same time.
It is, definitely.
You guys must be wondering, why the hell are we driving a BMW with no racing seats? Well,
it's got all the torque.
It has a 3-litre inline 6. Powered by diesel.
Yeah.
And it's it doesn't make phenomenal numbers on the dyno. It makes 250 kilowatts.
But the torque is important.
The torque is very important. Yeah? It makes 700 Newton meters of torque. So this is a sleeper that's going to give dundas.
Many 1Js a dundas.
Dundas, yeah. You know, even if you're in an M3,
yeah,
you will be sorely surprised like what this thing can do. Because I drove it and, well, I'm driving it actually. And we did a little test in drive. Boris did say the drive is like the old man fashion way of doing it, and in drive this thing really rocks.
Yeah.
Right now we're cruising at 100, and it's got this weird button. BMWs have this weird button at the bottom that you put your foot down flat, and that's like 80%, and then you press harder and there's this little button that goes another 20%, and then you got 100% throttle. And on the drive mode this thing rockets.
Yeah. Well, we can give a little bit of a go-y go there.
There we go. Whoa! You feel the torque. It gets going, eh?
Just, I mean,
it's going.
There, you're not even like flat tapping.
Whoa, shit, son.
Very nice. No, it gets going for its figures. It's actually quite a walker.
It really does.
Yeah.
That's with the traction control on. You know, when you take all that,
put it in sport mode, wake the computer up a little.
Yeah, you wake the computer up a lot from what I heard.
Yeah.
And this is the boring mode.
Yes.
So I'd really like to feel what the exciting mode's about.
So that was just a taste of the flavor.
Yeah, so all I can say about this BMW is, you know, it feels like a really solid car. Like when you're behind the wheel, it feels expensive to drive, if I can explain it in that sense. Does it feel more connected than a Japanese car? No.
I would say definitely not.
No, it's not as responsive. The steering wheel's heavier. And when I mean by heavier, like, it's not, you know, normally when you do the cost upgrades, you get heaviness on the steering wheel, or you take the power steering out because you want to go lightweight. This is like a heavy feel, and even though we're at speed, you still get that sense of heaviness to it.
Which is a nice connection.
It is a very nice feel, but I would like to feel that the steering gets lighter with speed because you're going with momentum. So you don't feel as connected in this as you would in a Japanese car. I haven't thrown the car around. It's not an M3, and I have respect for Boris and his car. So Boris, big shout out, thank you for letting us use your car.
Boris, you're the man. We actually should have started off on that note because this is awesome, man. Thank you, Boris. It's
If you want to know who Boris is, I'm going to drop his handle right here at the bottom. He also has a phenomenal 4-wheel drive Toyota Conquest.
Yes.
Did I say 4-wheel drive?
4-wheel drive. You did.
Yeah.
That's 2 times. So not 8-wheel drive.
Yeah.
4-wheel drive.
So it's like the front-wheel drive plus front-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But front-wheel drive plus
Behind
front-wheel
you.
drive.
Front-wheel drive there and front-wheel drive behind you, pulling you.
Yeah, and it is. Oh yeah, it's a Toyota Celica.
Basically, yeah.
It's a Celica in a
Conquest body.
Conquest body. How cool is that?
So go give the man some love. Just give him all the great comments you can. Say thank you, Boris. We all appreciate you. And let's carry on this thing. Let's get this going with more people.
I like that. So we take off the traction. Boris did say feather it on pull off. And
Here we go.
here we go. Ah, he did say feather it.
Yeah.
But that's fast, dude. That's 100.
We are not going slow.
We are not going slow. Damn. Okay, let's see if we can get that launch a bit better.
Yeah.
Because he did say if you flat it, it will wheel spin and it will shift to second gear and it kind of bogs.
It felt like it was gonna break into some spin there if you stayed in that first.
Yeah, so we've got to ease through it. Let's see if we can get this right. Huh, my heart's actually pumping. It's a weird kind of speed. It's a weird kind of
Don't mind me, sir.
it's a weird kind of power. It's hard to explain. Like
It's like a linear feeling, but
Yeah.
it gets going.
it gets going. The speed climbs really fast. So
All right.
okay, here we go.
That broke into a bit of spin there. Oh!
And that's in a short distance. Yeah. I wonder if we put the traction control on, do you think it will stop the wheel spin and like allow us to go through first gear? Or do you think if we put it into manual?
Are we not in, mate? Oh, wait, we are.
No, we're not. We're just in sport. Now we're in M1.
Okay.
That's going to be interesting to see. Let's see if we can go through first gear.
That was
That's
actually a
much
bit better.
Oh, damn. Not bad. The brakes pull a little bit to the right. The car pulls like to the right slightly when you jump on the brakes pretty hard, but
We are stopping a lot of weight.
yeah. It is a big girl.
Like, you know, the power factor of it being 250 odd. You know, it doesn't. It's like such a linear feeling. It doesn't punch you in the back, but it just carries on like pulling. It's like momentum.
It's like a freight train.
Yes, exactly.
As it gains momentum, it just goes more and more and more. It's like the more momentum you gain, the faster it wants to go.
That's it.
It's a very strange kind of feeling.
It is.
In essence, it's kind of like my Type R.
Yes,
Because
yes,
it's not
exactly
powerful.
like that. Yeah.
You just got to get it going.
And then you realize the numbers are following.
Yeah. So it's a weird sensation because you don't like necessarily. It's not that hard hitting whack that you want or that you would expect.
Which again, I think Japanese cars deliver out of any car in the world. I mean, you can go back to a Japanese car from 1990, and the way they hit you in the face is like a shovel.
Yeah, because it's not linear. It's like, oh, wait for it. Bam!
There we go.
There's it there. It's like, and your hands are dancing. Whoa, buddy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So for us, well, for me, for you, I don't know. It's a little bit different.
Definitely. And another weird thing, and I know we always bring up like the silly things in cars, but we were talking about this earlier, is
The windows.
opening the windows and closing the windows. So we had the micro edition in the 350Z where you have to be very small to open. And yeah, we got,
I can't reach it.
like, no jokes, yeah. I'm gonna try and open my window while sitting in the seat. I have to literally move forward to get my arm onto it to touch that.
It's crazy. And then you sit in the Japanese cars like the 200SX and the 350, and you literally got to do this to try get. So you have to be a small person to own a Japanese car, and you have to be a really big person.
We're gonna have to try a Volvo next. Maybe a Volvo will be in the middle.
Ooh, a modified Volvo sounds amazing to drive.
That would be great. A Polestar.
Polestar. Yeah, that is a dream. You know what? I really like to see what Chase thinks about the car and how he feels. It feels really solid, man. You know, for me, this car is a very everyday, day-to-day kind of car. It's the car that you want to get in. and go to your day job and then come back home in. And you know, if you feel like flooring it here and there, sweet.
Yeah.
It is pretty connected on the road. It is no sports car by no means, because it doesn't have that sharpness to it.
Yes.
Or it doesn't have that aggressive feel when you jump on the brakes either.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we can't, you know, at the end of the day, it wasn't a M performance car.
No.
This was a daily, like we're speaking, a daily commuting car. So you can't expect it to have that connectivity like a sports vehicle would.
But you know what the cool thing about this car is? Is you can rock up to the illegal drags and you can hand out hidings,
man,
unexpectedly.
I've had some fast Scoobies at drags before, and I've had like a couple of launches where you're looking at the BM next to you and it's a 330 diesel modded, and you can't believe it's right there.
Yeah,
right there the whole way down. And that's like anyone who drives Scoobies would know, you launch those things, you're leaving people in the dust.
Yeah, especially if it's an STI.
Yeah.
If it's a WRX, you're leaving your gearbox behind.
Oh, that one hurt me deep down. But it's true.
It is.
This is what hands out done does.
Yeah, this is. So, is there anything like you can really see here?
Except for your pipe here.
There's a boost pipe. I'm assuming that's the intake manifold that goes into a plastic intake.
I know, it's crazy, eh?
And that's a air regulating dump valve, whatever thing. Now, where's the turbo?
It has to be that side.
I don't think so. I think it's on the other side, because this is the intake side.
What is the on top? What's this red thing? That looks like an... Oh, there's it. It's little.
Oh, there's the oil feed for it. It's underneath all that stuff over there.
Well, it's even crazier that it's small enough to be hidden and still punchy.
And it's that small and it makes...
That's crazy.
How much power?
600 newtons. Out of
700.
Sorry, 700 out of something like this.
That's
like
tiny.
Yes, see.
That's insane. How big?
Like this.
Chase is in the driver's seat now.
Getting to experience proper Bavarian power.
Expensive. What the car... That's what I was going to say. How the car drives earlier is it feels expensive.
Yeah.
There's three crucial components for me that are super essential. Brake pedal feel,
Yes.
accelerator pedal feel, and steering feel.
Yeah.
We just got off the track with the 350. For me, the 350 has no accelerator pedal feel because it is electronic throttle.
Yes.
So it's a little bit...
Well, for Tony, the way he's talking, it's only ever on or off, so it doesn't matter.
It does. It does. I still try to feel it. It's not weighted enough.
Nah, for sure, definitely. I also find the same thing with these fly-by-wire cars nowadays. It
just needs to be a little bit more weighted. It's like cars with the electric steering.
Yeah.
They also, some of them are just super light.
Yeah.
And there's no feel.
Yeah. It's very questionable. You ask yourself, like, when Honda did it, even though it wasn't bad, just why?
So those of you that don't know, we actually just got off the track. We're at Midval. We took the 350 around. If you haven't seen that video yet, scroll through the videos, watch it. I think it's a good watch.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun in this. It was a stock 350.
Yes, on some very questionable tires.
Yeah. Those tires did not want to be there. But we didn't crash the car. How do you like the turbo sound?
It sounds so good. Funny enough, you'll see in the walk around video when Tony was revving it a bit just now, it has this beautiful noise right at the end out the exhaust. It's weird.
Out the exhaust?
Out the exhaust.
I didn't hear it. I don't hear it in the car.
You don't hear it in the car. You'll hear it in the video. It's mad.
It's got a very nice tone for a diesel. It's crazy. Like on idle, I wouldn't say you can say it's 2J-ish, but you can definitely say it's straight 6 turbo-ish.
Yes, yeah.
And not diesel turbo. It's got that nice tone to it.
I fully agree on that, because like, funny enough, even when we were pulling out, in my head I could kind of like see the back of this car, and I was envisioning the two pipes from a 335. You know, because it had me so pulled in the car that I forgot that we were in a diesel.
Yeah. experience.
Yes, you feel it more.
Yeah, you do feel it more. Maybe from here, because I think we're going to leave it so bad anyways. Okay, or is it? This is going to be a bye Felicia moment. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, turbo lag. Turbo lag.
Oh, that was bad.
That was an anticlimactical one.
That was bad. We got dropped by a Z, Chase.
Did we? If we were lagging, I don't know if we did so much.
Now Kylie's on a mission. I think she's just gassing it, and we are.
That didn't pick up the way. Okay, that was a fair enough test, to be honest. Because I mean, that was from basically no revs, second gear. We can see on a proper ball.
We're gonna have to try that one again, because Chase, like he did earlier, he messed the launch up.
How do you launch a sequential car?
Drop the clutch. Okay, okay. 3, 2, 1, go! Chase him. Where the hell is that car gone?
Dundas.
Dundas. Just gaining speed, man. Just gaining speed. Sure. We've left the Z gone. Whoa! Damn. What is that?
220.
220. Damn.
Very quickly,
Very quickly. That's
and there's the gap.
the gap. What gap? You can't even see the Z. Gone. Shit.
Okay, well, it's a little bit laggy.
It's a little bit laggy,
It's a little bit laggy, but when it gets on song,
it goes.
now that's a funny thing to say, is the distance that we just pulled on the Z. Think about how close the Z runs to our V8 drift cars.
Yeah. That's
This
crazy.
is fast.
That is quick, because we left the Z by 10, 20
buses.
cars. Yeah, like 6 buses, 7, 8 buses.
Yeah,
A lot.
that's quite
That's a lot.
Like, that is a good visual gauge of it, because like we're saying with this linear power, it doesn't feel like you're getting smashed, but clearly we are not going slow.
The Z's not a slow car, so it got a hiding. You know, if we were in maybe a Polo or something, that's the kind of gap you would expect if it was a Polo. That's what it.
That's actually.
That's what it looked like or felt like.
Yeah.
It was a Polo.
Jeepers.
So, well done, Boris.
Very well done.
Sleeper works
Yeah.
well.
Jeez.
It rockets.
And it's in such a daily way. It gives the delivery in such a daily driver way.
It feels like a car that you can comfortably do 240, 250.
Yeah, definitely. And you wouldn't be like too stressed about life.
I'm very scared to do over 200.
Yeah,
in a lot
same.
of cars.
I used to, like when I don't know, I'm sure you're the same, when we were younger it would be nothing, but
Yeah.
also again, I think drifting takes it out of you when you realize you can have more excitement at like 140 sideways than 250 fearing that a tire is going to burst, and that's your life.
Exactly. Because if you crash at 140 sideways, you still got big chance.
Yeah, and you got time to slow that car down, everything.
Yeah.
A burst and trying to slow a car down with a burst tire, it's never a fun thing.
No.
So guys, be careful. I know sometimes we behave like idiots, but I promise you, we do it as professional as we can.
And responsibly.
Yes.
Other than that, we love speed and would love you guys to join us on our adventure and everywhere we go.
Definitely.
Mostly the drifting. I like to do the circuit racing.
I love circuit as well, man. Listen, when I decide to come across a Z that chooses me, we're doing it. We'll take them all.
Done. I like that. You can come join us at BRM.
Yeah, I'll do it. There's a Mini.
Oh yes, there is a Mini. You told me about this.
Nah, it just was a very nice looking car. But yeah. Besides that, this thing, even how it picks up, like if we're cruising 120 and you just decided to put your foot down for someone behind you, 130, 140, 150, 160. I mean, that gets going so quickly.
Yeah.
With no effort. No effort.
Effortless overtaking, and that's in drive mode.
Yeah.
So in sport mode, it's a lot sharper, a lot quicker. The one thing I have to say though is, you know, I grew up a BMW fan.
Okay, yes.
That was my go-to.
Yeah.
First car was a BMW 330.
Yes.
And you know how brand loyal you are to the first car you own for some reason.
For sure.
I was that way until I jumped in a JDM car and then everything changed. But with that said, my downside, not to this BMW, but to all BMWs, is I don't know about the new ones, but if you climb into a F80 M3, the dashboard looks the same as the 320.
Yes.
You know, the steering wheel might be a little bit different. You might have an M badge on the cluster.
Yes.
But all in all, same radio, same this, same that. BMW need to up their game. Maybe the newer ones are different, but for me, like the 135 didn't feel more special than a 120.
It actually felt very bland, a 135, interior-wise. I mean, without you putting your little touches on, like if you're wrapping little pieces the same color as the outside of the car to give it something spicy feeling, it was a very bland meal.
Yeah, so that's my gripe with BMW. You know, their performance models, they need to treat as performance cars.
Yes.
Give it that flair. You know, when I climb into the Honda Integra, obviously I will always refer to this car. You climb into the Integra Type R, you always feel like you're in something special because there's things screaming at you. Type R this, Type R yeah.
As simple as the red carpets are, it screams something.
It makes you feel special, and that's what a car's supposed to do.
Yes.
It's supposed to elevate you and make you feel like you're in something phenomenal.
Especially when you're spending so much money. I'm sorry to point at the M cars, but you're spending a big packet of money that you're on supercar territory money for M4 or something like that. Just give it super special interior, you know. Just that. I understand when we're talking about like the new M4 and the new M3 and the G series. Yes, they are quite a bit different, but you know, it even might feel like you're in an A45 AMG interior wise, where what I mean by that is it's all like this PlayStation generation that doesn't feel special.
Yeah, it needs to feel special. It needs to move you as a person.
Yeah, spending that much money on a car, it should be giving you like inspiration in your life. When you get in that car, you're like, wow, this is special, this is something else, and you want to do better in everything you do. You know, that's what spending that amount of money on wheels to me should do.
It moves your soul.
Yes. Really, to give it any down marks is to nitpick at it, because as a street car that you're going to use daily and just plant it down and get going, it goes. Even that torque, it just chucks you, man. It's a really good car. I can't knock anything on it. Like I say, we can nitpick things just to make you guys think that we're not positive on everything,
but we like to look at the positives of all the things, you know.
Yeah,
you know,
it's variety, it's smarties here that we're talking about. You know, you get your Korean feel, you get your Japanese feel, your Chinese feel.
Yeah.
So it's good to know it's all the differences between the cars and what's good and what's not. But overall, what a good car. Yes.
So out of 10, what would you give it as a rating on the street?
As a street driving car, solid 7.
I was also thinking about a 7.
Yeah.
7 is a good amount, eh?
Yeah.
I think 7 is good because the power's right up there.
Yeah, and like even I'm not an auto guy, but with age comes like laziness.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, I'll be honest, sometimes you do get tired of long drives, and I used to be up for them as a youngster. This is perfect. If you're just gonna jump in and go.
What difference does it make if you have to shift a few gears on a long drive?
When you sit in traffic, that's where it sucks.
Yeah, but long drives shouldn't consist of traffic.
I know, but we live in a world where it does.
Sadly so. Well, you know what? On that note, this car gets a 7 out of 10. What we should have tried to do is a 0 to 100, but it's going to be very difficult to do a 0 to 100 because of the first gear to second gear.
Do you want to do one?
I suppose we could try and see what it's like. Let's stop right here, Chase.
Yeah.
Let's give it a bash, see what it does. Boris, I hope you don't mind. We love you too.
We're not going to be hard on it though. It's going to be like a slow pull off.
Okay.
It's ready. Oh, wait, let's wait for those guys. You tell me, you do a 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I stopped a little bit late, 6 seconds.
Okay, well, that's not bad for stopping a bit late. So we were definitely in the 5s.
Yeah.
And it was a very slow launch.
Yeah, the first to second gear was also a little bit...
It actually shifted for me, Emmanuel.
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah.
So, sub 6 seconds, 0 to 100.
Yeah, definitely. I think with a good one, you'd probably be on a very low 5.
Yeah. 5 seconds is very, very, very that note, we got to say bon voyage.
And thank you to Mr. Boris one more time. You know, it's with people like you around us that we're going to only aspire to carry on going forward and higher, upward every time.
Yep, and I look forward to it, man. This journey is going to be blissful. Thank you to you guys for watching. You know what to do. You know the dealio. Like, share.
Share it with your uncle, or let us know what you think. Subscribe and just share with all your friends.
It doesn't cost you anything. Spread the love.
And it'll only get better.
Adios. Bon voyage.